For today's tutorial, I will be walking you through on how to do the grades on Google Classroom. So the first thing you have to do is log in to Gmail. And once you've actually logged in into Gmail, from there you will go to the waffle looking square box with circles and you will go to Classroom. Once you're on Google Classroom, you're going to go ahead and look for the class that you're trying to input grades for. So I am doing this for the faculty educational course that I'm offering, and this arrow is actually how you open your grade book, and the folder right next to it is how you save the entire course at the end of your semester and input it into your Google Drive. Now there are various ways to get to the page for Gradebook. This is a shortcut and it's probably one of the fastest ones. When you click on it, it takes you directly to the Gradebook page. On your left, you will have your students, which in my case are faculty members. On the top, you will have all the assignments that you have given. And if you hover over it, it gives you the option, a drop-down menu, of editing the assignment, deleting it, and returning all. If you're not used to the term return in Google Classroom, this is once you have graded the assignment and you want to actually send it back to the student with the grade and any comments. That's what is the return button. So when they say return all, it means that once I've graded all of these individuals, I can have it sent all at once. Now, when you're grading, you hover over the box and you double click and it will let you write into the box if you have grades attached to it. In the way I set up this particular classroom, these are all ungraded. They just need to turn in that they read it. And so that is not going to allow me to show you numbers here because it doesn't require them. But in a traditional classroom where you want the grade, it would be out of however many points that you designate. So it could be out of 100 points, 50 points, 20, however you decide when you're doing the assignment, it's how it'll be portrayed here. And when you're ready to input stuff, you double click. Once you're done with that, the three dots on the right allow you to return the grade to the individual student, which is different from returning the entire column. That would be returning to every student. And the second option is what is referred to as view the submission. So when you view the submission, it takes you to a pretty cool page. Let me see if I can. I'll go over here to this one, and I'm going to show you their submission. Now, hopefully it has an attachment, but it doesn't. So this faculty member didn't turn it in yet, but she did sign into it and acknowledge that she was turning it in. If a file is submitted, it would be viewed here. So there are many types of files that you will see. There are files that are documents. There are files that are PowerPoints. You have pictures. You have videos, animations. You name it, it's probably allowed to be uploaded. So with that in mind, the file would be here. You would see the file name on the right-hand corner, the submission date, the time. Then if it is meant to be out of a grade with points, you would see that in between these two. But since mine are ungraded, it's only allowing me to see the private comments, which is where you would type in any comments you have for this individual. Now, this allows you to go one by one for each of the different individuals and see what they've turned in. Or you could use the button to go one by one. So it does have a drop-down menu method, and it also has the button that you can press back and forth and go through all of them. Now, once you have graded, you would press return. It would be highlighted in blue. You would press return to send that grade and those comments to the individual. And then if you were sending everybody's submissions, you would click the one that says return multiple submissions. And that would be really only if you went through each of these individuals and you made it to the end and you did all the comments and grades for each one, and then you said, you know what, I'm going to send everybody's grades back to them, and that's what you press. Now, let me go back to this. If you notice the original gradebook page, it gave us that individualized approach, which is perfect. However, if you look at the tabs at the top, if you had come in to your classroom like usual, you would normally arrive at the stream page. And there's the 3 tabs of classwork, people, and grades. Under the classwork tab, you have the ability to go individually into one assignment and see what's been turned in and what hasn't. And for that, you would look at anything that looks like an assignment. If it has a bookmark, it's a resource. So for example, for this one, when I click over it, I see 2 currently turned it in out of 99 that had been assigned, and 3 who I've already graded. So when you go ahead and click on those 2, it actually takes you to a page like this. This is a slightly different view than the other gradebook view. And I actually prefer this view in regards to the simplicity. If you have a lot of students, you will see each of their names and what they've submitted in a picture format. Just like here, you see that there's something attached and it's in a video format. And that video format is going to be accessible to me by clicking on it, and that will take me back to the view that we just had a few minutes ago. So the individual view. Now if you go and you're staying on this view, you can have one tab at the top showing you the individual view. You grade it, and then you go over here and input the grade. Or you can grade it from here directly and then return it to the student. So you have the option to go back and forth between these type of setups. You could go at the individual method. You can go individual method once more, or you can go with the whole class being seen on the left and all of their activities and projects and whatever they've turned in here. Or you could go back to the traditional gradebook view with the names and the assignments. So you really have 3 methods of inputting grades, and they all are linked to each other. So from this view, you can go to this view and or to the other view. So it really comes down to you on how you want to input the grade. You have those options available to you. If you're a visual person, I would advise the methodology of using the classwork and going directly to the assignment and being able to see it this way. If you're more of a logical and numerical orientation, perhaps you'll enjoy the other traditional gradebook view. And if you want that individualized view, you always have that option. So you have those 3 methods of going about it. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial and have a good day.